is. All right. So this lesson, we're going to look at language building. So the words that tell you who is speaking can come at the beginning or the end of a sentence. So get out of my way. I want to get off this ship, the sailor screamed. The sailor screamed, get out of my way. I want to get off this ship. Okay? That's how we can do it at the beginning or at the end. As I said, Munin said, I'm good at math. I'm good at math, said Munin. So who is speaking can either happen at the start or at the end. Okay? Last year, this is just a revision of what we did last year, because last year we worked out that if we had two short sentences, we could actually put it in the middle as well. So we could say, I am good at math, said Munin, but I'm not so good at English. Okay? Yeah? So remember, you can put it at the start, you can put it at the end, or you can put it in the middle. Okay? Example here, the middle is sometimes the words that tell you who is speaking can come in the middle. Get out of my way. I want to get off this ship. Okay? Notice all the words the sailor said are always in speech marks. It's very important that we always use speech marks. Okay? And remember, this is what sort of speech is this? The director is it direct speech or recorded speech?
Direct speech.
Direct speech. Very good. Okay, it's in the first person, so it's I am. Yeah, I am good at math. Okay, if we were to turn that into reported speech, we would say, Munun said he's good at math. You understand?
Yes.
Yes, all right, good. So what you need to do is read the sentences and work out where the speech marks go. Okay, so you need to read the sentences, work out where the speech marks go. All right, so I'll give you a bit of a clue. Is after the comma or before the comma is where they start or end. Okay, so, and there is a few in the middle as well. So you're going to work out whether they are at the beginning, middle, or the end. Okay, you can write these in your notebooks and write them with the speech marks in the correct space. Okay, so write them in your notebooks and put the speech marks in the correct space. You guys understand?
Yeah.
Yes?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Not really.
Not really? Okay, so you're going to write out from number 1. Right, I'll do one for you. Let me just get up my applications. I'm going to use text. Okay, so the first one here, number 1-1. We're going to put some speech marks in. Okay?
Okay, don't need a care.
One lot in, whoop. Clear all my drawings. All right, so we're going to put one set of speech marks in. It's going to go there. Give me my telescope. I want to see where we are. Captain ordered. Okay, I'm going to go in. Whoop. Okay, that's in the wrong spot. Get where it's supposed to be, yeah? See. Get a little arrow. This is supposed to go here. Yeah?
Okay.
Yeah, you understand? Yep. You're going to write that into your notebooks. So make sure that it's in your notebooks, okay? So
Teacher, number 1.
number 1, yeah. Okay, so do it in your notebooks. And I want you guys to send me a picture before class tomorrow. Okay, and then we'll go through it together in class tomorrow. All right.
Teacher, only number 1.
Number 1 for now. We're going to talk about the rest soon. Okay, so read this
Okay.
again. Underline the words that tell you who is speaking. Okay, so you need to underline the words that tell you who is speaking. So, in the first one, we have who? Who is speaking? Who is speaking in the first one?
The captain.
Yeah, the captain. So I've underlined it. So you need to underline it, and then you need to write beginning, middle, or end next to the sentence. Okay, so is it at the beginning, or is it the middle, or is it the end? Where is it? End. Good. So you're going to put an E for end. Okay, so you're going to underline who is speaking. You're going to put a B for beginning, an M for middle, or an E for end on the line, and you're going to put the speech mark. Okay, you can do this in your books today. Okay, don't write in the text, write in your notebooks and send me a picture. Okay, Then what I want you guys to do is discuss the other two ways of writing each sentence, okay? Because we could take the captain ordered and put it in the middle, and we can take the captain ordered and put it at the start, okay? But it is very important that we use this comma. So in the middle of the start, the comma goes where the full stop is. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah? Everyone understands?
Yes.
Yes? All right, good. All right, so that's what you're going to do from this book. Let me get out of annotations, close that. All right, let's go to another screen, annotate, clear drawings. All right. In your practice book, you're going to do page 80, okay? So you're pretty much doing the same things. Okay, only 80, not 81, okay? So only,
Wait, teacher, is that for homework?
it's for work for today. Yeah, because I come on, I give you guys a lesson. We talked about what we did before, and I didn't record that lesson, so anyone that didn't join the live lesson doesn't have the answers, so they can't cheat. And then I've recorded this one, for this is the work for today. Okay? So you're gonna do language building. You're gonna rewrite each sentence with the reporting clause at the end, okay? So it's going to be, the example is, abandon ship, the captain shouted, okay? So this one's all at the end. So make sure it's at the end. Okay, this one, you're going to rewrite each sentence with the reporting clause at the beginning. So it's going to be at the beginning. So the cook cried, your dinner is ready, come and eat it. All right? Now you need to rewrite the sentences in number 2 again and put the reporting clause in the middle. So you can rewrite these ones and put it, your dinner is ready, the cook cried, come and eat it.
Your dinner's ready, the cook cried, come and eat it?
Yes. Right, because for number 3, you're going to do it in the middle. Do you guys understand?
Yes.
Yes? All right, good stuff. All right, science. We'll move across to science. Here we are.
Oh, activity book.
Now I'm going to go with your pupil book first. I'm going to get to the right page. Down. Unit 7.
Page 82.
Yeah, page 82. 1 second. Right. Yeah.
Whoa.
Zoom out a little bit. Right. So we're going to look at what can influence climate. We're still talking about climate, so we're going to look at what can influence it. So I'm going to read through this, and I'm going to get some of you guys to help me too, and then we're going to talk about it. Okay. So to define the climate of an area, we have to look at the general weather conditions, such as temperature, precipitation, wind, and humidity over many years. 4 factors can influence climate. These are latitude, altitude, relief, and distance from the sea. Okay, so what are those 4 things? What is latitude?
Latitude, it goes up.
Does it? Does it go up?
Yes. Goes from top to bottom.
That's latitude? I thought that was longitude. Because they're all...
Oh, wait, no, latitude goes side.
The latitude goes across the middle. Yeah? Latitude tells us what? It tells us how far away from...
North and south. I meant west and east.
Okay, not west and east. It is north and south. It tells us how far away from the...
And from the North Pole and South Pole.
Not exactly. Something around the middle.
The equator.
The equator, good. So it tells us how far away from the equator we are, whether we're north of the equator or whether we're south of the equator. So whether we're in the northern hemisphere or the southern hemisphere. Why is this important? Why would this influence climate? Think about your lesson yesterday. Why would it influence climate? Because the further away you are, what zones are you in?
The hot zone.
The hotter zones are around the middle, remember? So around the middle, around the equator is...
Temperature zone.
Yeah, the temperate zone. So the further north or south you go, you get into the temperate zone. Okay, and then if you were to go really far north or really far south, you get into the
Cold zone.
To the cold zones. Good. So that's how latitude can affect it. Okay, so if we're really far away from the equator, then we are either in the cold zone or in the temperate zone. Okay? You understand?
Yes.
All right, good. So altitude, what altitude?
Is the head of an area.
Latitude tells
Not latitude, altitude.
altitude
Latitude tells from the north
is the
to
height
the south.
of an area above sea level.
Very good. So remember in grade 4, we looked at the height above sea level of Siem Reap. I think we're about, what, 10 or 11 meters?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're about 10 or 11 meters above sea level. So obviously the higher up you are, what do you think happens?
No oxygen.
Yeah, okay, if you get really high up, there's no oxygen. But let's think about what the temperature, let's think about what the climate is in, say, places like Mondulkiri or Rattanakoori. Is it hotter or colder than Siem Reap?
Colder than Siem Reap.
Okay, so it's generally colder. So places that are higher are generally colder than places that are lower. Okay. The last thing, well, relief is similar, yeah? You did relief maps last year. You remember what a relief map was?
No.
You don't remember?
No.
But it has a lot to do with altitude. What was that, Noonan?
About weather condition.
It's not to do with weather conditions, okay? I'm gonna show you an example of a relief map. Okay, let's relief map of Asia. Okay?
Is it to tell how, like, the height of the highest place?
Yeah, so it's all to do with altitude as well. Okay, so it's showing you how high things are. Okay, and remember we looked at, there was a website we looked at that had relief maps. Let me have a look. Relief map of Asia. The internet's a bit slow because we have a lot of teachers here live. Oh, this one's a PDF. Let's see what happens when it loads. Start up. Who's in the chat? All right, so here we have different colors. So different colors are indicating how high above sea level these places are. Okay, so we did actually look last year and there was a relief map of the world, but no, that's it. I can't find it now. Of the world. Let's see, there was a digital site. Let's see. Might be this one, maybe.
What time do you start live lesson? 10:30?
That doesn't seem to be loading. All right, but you guys know what a relief map is, yeah? So just different colors depending on how high above sea level it is. Yeah?
Yes.
Yep.
All right, cool. So obviously relief has the same effect as which one? So relief has the same effect as altitude or latitude?
Altitude.
Altitude, very good, because they're about the same thing. Okay, so we're just looking at height above sea level. All right, last one is distance from the sea. So we know that the closer to the sea you are, you have like an ocean climate, okay, because the ocean cools things down. So if we were to look at the temperature in Siem Reap in April, and we're to look at the temperature in Sihanoukville in April, or maybe Kampot, we would see that it is much cooler in Kampot or Sinopville because it is closer to the ocean. Okay, so the ocean cools everything down. All right, so let's go through these things. Rosa, are you still there?
Yes.
Yeah, can you read latitude for me?
Latitude is the measurement of the place distance from the equator. It affects the temperatures of a place.
Good. All right, so Putty, can you read altitude?
Altitude is the height of an area above sea level. Places at higher altitudes are usually cooler than places at lower altitudes. Clouds can't hold a lot of water when it's cold, so it's often wetter at higher altitudes too.
Good. Menin, can you read relief?
Relief or shape of the land can affect some weather conditions. Mountain range can stop the sea air from reaching land areas.
Yeah.
This means inland temperature and more extreme than at the pool. Relief can also affect the amount of rainfall an area has. To pass the mountain, the cloud must go higher. The cloud cool as it gets higher and then transform to water. Precipitation will fall on one side of the mountain.
All right. Macy, are you there?
Yes.
You want to read distance from the sea?
Okay, the distance from the sea has an effect on the surrounding land. Water heats up more slowly than land, but it also cools down more slowly. This means that places near the coast have a more even temperature than in land space. Coastal places are cooler in the summer, but in winter they are warmer than in land area when the temperature difference are more extreme.
Good. All right. Li Hong, you have a microphone?
Yes, teacher.
Yeah. Can you read the last bit for me?
The climate,
Yeah. Climate is important.
climate is important because it can influence many things. It can influence the flora, which is all the plant life or vegetation that grows in one place, and the fauna, which all the animal life fall in one place.
All right. Good stuff. All right. Let's have. Whoa. Where'd I go? Who's got a chicken?
I don't have one.
I do not have one.
Macy, is it your chicken?
No.
No. Rosa?
No, I don't have it. My neighbor.
And Macy's neighbor, yeah?
Yeah.
You live next door to a chicken?
Yeah.
Yeah? All right.
So noisy.
Yeah, he is. All right. So for this one, you're going to look at the 4 factors in A to D, okay? And you're going to think about how they affect the climate where you live, okay? So where are we in terms of latitude?
Uh,
Are we close to the equator or far away?
close to the
Yeah, we're close to the equator. So we're in what zone?
Hot zone.
Yeah, the hot zone, okay? That's where we are for that. Altitude, what's our altitude at?
the height of how high is the mountain.
Yeah, but what's our altitude here in Siem Reap?
I don't know about that one.
You don't know about that? I think it's about 10 or 11 meters, maybe 12 meters. Okay, so we're not that high. What about, is there any mountains that are stopping
Yes.
Yeah, which mountain?
Kulin Mountain.
Cooler Mountain's more like a hill. It's not really a mountain. It's not so big.
Udong Mountain.
Yeah, I don't
Phnom
think
Boko Mountain.
I don't think there's too many mountains. Yeah, okay, Boko Mountain's quite big, but there's not too many mountains that are blocking the city. They're so far away. The last the three we are very far away. Although we are quite close to Tonle Sap, so Tonle Sap does keep the temperature a little cooler here than what it would if we didn't have the Tonle Sap. All right. 2, you're going to copy these sentences and correct the ones that are false. Okay? Areas near the coast have hotter summers and colder winters than inland areas. Is that true?
False.
False. It is false. Okay. Mountain ranges can affect climate. Is that true?
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Okay. So maybe right. Maybe
Like flood.
places at higher altitudes are warmer than places at lower altitudes. True or false?
True.
True, no, false. Okay, places at higher altitudes are generally
Colder.
colder. Okay,
Colder
is
than
altitude the same as relief?
Yes.
Similar, not exactly. Okay, so it is similar because it's to do with the altitude, so it's to do with the height above sea level, but it's also to do with the land formation as well. Okay, so relief is a little bit different. We're going to go with no. Okay, all right. Workbook. What page are we on? We're on page 30 something, yeah?
Activity book.
Yeah, activity book. Right, let's have a look what you're going to do.
Activity.
You guys are going to do activities 5 and 6. Okay? So make sure that you guys do 5 and 6. And teacher Volette will start to teach you guys math from Monday. She's preparing all your math lessons. So you guys will be doing a lot of math from Monday. Okay?
No.
Yeah, your favorite.
No.
Maybe the chicken can help you with the math lesson.
Teacher, what page?
What page for what?
34.
Yeah,
34.
yeah, 34.
Okay.
Activity book. Okay? All right. Any questions about today?
No.
Nope. All right. Anyone? No questions?
No.
All right. Good luck, my friends. Send it to me tomorrow, okay?
Okay.
Rich on, you just arrived at the as we're just finishing. Okay, I'm going to put it online, Richmond, you can watch it afterwards. Okay, make sure that you tell Sadhana too, okay?
Okay.
Right, any messages, any questions, message the group. I'll be at school all day. Okay?
Okay. Okay.
You look like you just woke up, Richard.
Teacher, what if our group were online? What if I was the only one online?
Well, then I would still do it because I still have to teach. Okay? I want you guys to keep learning. Vichinun, we're about to finish, but you can watch this video. I'm going to upload it and you can watch it this afternoon, okay?
Oh, hello, Vichanon.
All right.
Oh my God.
All right. If you have any questions, message the group.
Okay.
All right. Bye, guys. See you tomorrow.
Bye.
See you. Goodbye, teacher. See you tomorrow.
Bye, guys.
Good luck.